All right, call to order this meeting of the 911 Services Enterprise Board, 3:03 p.m. on January 7th. Happy New Year to everybody. Welcome back to another fine year of service to Colorado 911. I do have right up front a request to amend our agenda. I greatly apologize to Sage and everybody else. I did not think about it until this afternoon. We need to elect our 2026 board. So Matt and I were appointed these positions in December of 24. And I think, Kirsten, you're coming off of mute. Am I doing something wrong? Can I not do that?
So for open meetings laws reasons, you're
Okay.
supposed to give at least 24 hours notice on any action taken.
Okay.
But if we don't want to wait a month, we can always schedule a special meeting, just hop on, elect the board, hop off.
Okay. So I was trying to weigh that versus violation of our bylaws. So,
I would say the open meetings law probably trumps that.
okay. Yes, Matt.
How about we have a discussion of the matter to be considered at the next meeting? Who's interested in taking over any of the positions? I just got a text from Andrew running late, putting out fires. Um, but otherwise, if somebody really wants one of the positions,
And that could fit nicely into the board comments.
yeah.
Okay. All right, then we will wait and discuss only in a little bit. So then we have discussion of our minutes from the meeting of December 3rd. Did everybody have a chance to review? Are
I
there
did.
any?
Um, I did. There's just one typo that
Okay.
just doesn't really matter either way. There's a place where Resource Center is referred to as the Source Center. It's not consequential. I would be fine as is or amended to fix that.
I think that's a reasonable fix. Sage, you got that?
Yeah, I can fix that easily.
Excellent.
I move to approve as amended.
Second.
Thank you, Matt and Amy. Any further discussion or concerns? Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, adopted. Thank you. Public comment. Public comment is limited to up to 15 minutes total, and each member of the public may speak for up to 3 minutes on any topic relevant to the purposes of the enterprise. If any member of the public would like to speak, please indicate so now by raising your hand in Zoom to be called upon. After we address any hands raised in Zoom, we will then call for any additional comments from members of the public who have dialed in or are otherwise unable to raise their hands in Zoom. Are there any public comments? Seeing no hands, are there any members who were unable to raise their hands who would like to unmute and state their name? Hearing none, public comment is closed. Contract discussion from the state side. Unfortunately, I do not have an update. I know there were some emails back and forth, Daryl, unless there was anything that I was not CC'd on. Unfortunately, the process is still churning through the state processes. Yes, Daryl.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw this one, but the last email was yesterday, almost at 5 o'clock, from the DORA contract officer who said that she had submitted it. And as soon as the record gets updated in the it's called CORE, it's the state's accounting system, then the PUC finance officer can create a request for service. So lots of hoops to jump through, but at least it sounds like progress is being made.
Excellent. Did anybody have any comments, questions, suggestions for the draft statement of work we've been working on?
I did have a couple. And I don't know, I guess I can probably share my screen, or I can just try and point out. They weren't large. But I thought it might be something to consider. So I don't know, Mike, what would be easiest for you?
Sage, can we give her access to share?
Yep, I just gave her permissions to share.
Okay. Okay, can you all see that? Okay.
Yep.
All right. So the first question I had was where we talk about the direct expenses. It says additional direct expenses as requested and approved not to exceed 50,000. So is that 50,000 given that this is annually renewed each cycle? Or 50,000 in total across the life of the
I
contract?
know our intent was annually. So
So maybe
certainly we
we
can
could
add
just
that.
say annually at the end here, maybe just put in annually. I don't know if that works for folks. And then I just made one addition here. Under the program administration, it said they'd administer the grants and other funding opportunities from time to time as from time to time be decided by the enterprise board and agreed to by the resource center. So is the decision, the sentence just left me a little bit confused. Is the decision by the enterprise board the decision to engage the resource center? Or is the decision like just the decisions we make on funding?
I believe it's the intent there is the decisions of the grant programs that we decide upon that the resource center agrees to administer.
So just to be clear, I just added in and agreed to be administered by the resource center. Does that change the meaning or make it more confusing?
Yes, Matt?
Do we need that last phrase?
The and agreed?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could just stop it right here.
I mean, if the resource center signs the contract that includes this statement of work, they are thereby agreeing to this individual term.
I think that would actually to me work. So it would essentially be.
Now, if we're trying to be thoughtful of the resource center, I'm not opposed to some wording here.
Mhm. Out of those options, I would prefer the deletion, but I think that, as you said, it kind of helps clean it up rather than just adding to it.
If I were, okay, so let me change hats. I don't have a resource center board hat, but if I were a resource center board member, I might read that and say, whoa, wait a minute, that puts us on the hook for having to say yes to more than we might have the means or willingness to.
We could change such to certain right here to accommodate that.
I see. Um,
I would agree with just deleting it, that last part.
what if we delete that last, but then adjust the end of what remains? Administer such grant programs and other funding opportunities as may from time to time be agreed upon by the enterprise board and the resource center board. Nothing like typing with an audience.
I would be okay with that. I like that.
Okay. And that was it. I thought I had one other minor typo kind of thing, but maybe not. Nope, that looks like it.
Yes, Amy.
I had one question under core objectives. If you scroll up a little bit. Okay, there, yeah, right there. So when it says our core objective is to recruit and maintain a full-time executive director, would the board be recruiting?
The resource center would be.
Okay,
We would be providing them the opportunity essentially, or providing them the
Okay.
means.
had a bad cough. I don't know, maybe the wording of that almost
it-
appears like we would be recruiting them.
If we put, oh, yeah.
Enable the resource center to recruit and maintain.
Oh, look at that.
There's a little dash in front of that.
Oh, is that why?
I think that's why it hung up. There's a,
Okay.
yeah, in front of the E.
And there should be, right? Just like there's one underneath it for provide. That get it? Oh, right here. You're saying right there. Got it. Okay. That should do it.
Okay.
That was the only recommendation I had.
I like that. Any other thoughts or discussion before we move on? And Andrew, just to catch you up, we are still going through the state process. So we are still waiting for that approval. It's got to go through a few different places before it can come back around to us.
Sounds good. And apologies for my tardiness.
Okay, I've saved this. I can email it over.
Thank you. Mail it through Sage and Kirsten.
Yes, will do.
All right.
Mhm.
Then that takes us to board comments. So Andrew, the other thing that we talked about earlier is I neglected to add to the agenda, we need to elect our new board members for 2026. So because that was not on the agenda, we will either have to schedule a special meeting or wait until February to do that, to get it noticed on a public agenda. Is there a recommendation or a thought from the board as far as timing? Do we want to set up that special meeting sooner than later, or do we want to wait until February?
Does it impede us moving forward with anything if we don't? Technically.
I don't think so. I think my only concern would be that our bylaws say it happens in January for the calendar year. So if we can do a half-hour meeting at some time, that would be my preference. But I don't know. Kirsten, correct me. I don't think we're going to run afoul of anything if we wait until February and have it first thing on the agenda.
No, it's not a big deal.
Does anyone really want to crack at one of the positions? One of the elected positions? Because if not, this is an academic discussion anyway.
I'm fine maintaining the chair and finishing my 2-year limit, unless anybody else would like it.
And assuming everyone on the board wants to stay on the board, I'm assuming.
Assuming what happens.
I'm okay at scheduling a 15-30 minute meeting. I mean, since that's the preference, it sounds like. I mean, I'm free next
It's my
Wednesday or the
preference,
Wednesday.
but I'm just one.
I mean, it works for me, and I think that if we say we're gonna do it in January, I think that we should probably stick to that for our bylaws. I could do the 14th, 21st, same time. I don't know if that works for anybody else.
Yeah, I can accommodate whatever.
Yeah, 14th would work for me if we could do it at 3:30.
Okay, here.
Sage, is the Zoom available the 14th at 3:30?
Let me check just real quick.
I'm so
I have a while Amy recovers, I have a city council briefing that's due to end at 3:30. So there's a chance that I might be a few minutes late. But
Do we push it to 3:45 or 4?
Yeah.
45 or 4 would be fine.
Amy, Lynn,
I'm good.
4 o'clock on the 14th?
So
Works
it
for
looks
me.
like the Zoom account is available at that time.
Excellent.
Can we discuss if anybody if there want to be any changes now and vote on it then, or do we have to wait to do all the discussion then?
It sounds, Kirsten, it sounds like as long as we don't make any decisions and any official action would have to wait for the special meeting.
Correct.
So we do have the 3 positions, the chair, the vice chair, and the financial secretary.
If everyone's good with status quo, I have no issue with that unless someone wants to relinquish their position.
I'm happy to continue.
Me as well.
And grateful for Michael for carrying the bucket.
That's right.
And Lynn on the
Yep.
financial side.
Yeah, Lynn, just before before you volunteer, the real work is going to be starting this
It's
year.
going to get interesting. That's true. It's good for me. It's good for me.
All
So
right, awesome.
it'll be a quick meeting on the 14th then.
Sounds
just a
like
vote.
it could be. That is also the start of the legislative session. It'll be interesting to see what happens there.
Mm-hmm.
Other comments from me. So looking back through the bylaws. We do have one more policy that I'd like to get on the agenda for February, and that is the document retention policy.
Yeah.
So I do have a draft from months and months ago that Kirsten got me. I'd like to give that one more pass through, and then Kirsten, I'll send that back to you to forward out to everybody for us to review at the February meeting.
Sounds good.
And then considering we are in the new year, hopefully funds will start being available to us. Do we want to look at opening the application process and discussing what that looks like at the February meeting?
So when we would see the first funds in February or March?
My guess is more March, April, because the telecoms have a month. So they don't need to technically
Remit till
accept until
February.
the end of January. They have a month to remit. Then it's got to go through the PUC. So March would be hopeful. April would be more likely before any
first time
funds
they
are
would see.
actually in an account.
Okay. Okay. Because
But
I think
don't
at that point, I think Daryl's on. Could we get a monthly update on as just kind of a standing agenda item on the funding?
Yes, we can provide that.
That'd be great. Thank you.
Yes, Sage, or is somebody else using that?
Sorry, that's Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer.
Hi. As part of the standing reports on the task force, I report out on the prepaid and the statewide disbursements. Would you also want me to start including the disbursements to the enterprise fund on that reporting, and would that be helpful to you?
I don't see why not. If that's not difficult to do, that just opens the transparency of it even greater than it might already be. So I'd be okay with that unless anybody has thoughts. Yes, Matt?
I agree that we should at least be discussing it. I think we need to be prepared about setting expectations. We've already dealt with legislators who thought we already had piles of funding.
Right.
And we do need to use this money for its purposes to help our authorities and dispatch centers help folks. But I think there needs to be some understanding, and so that we're on the same page in terms of, when are we going to actually start using it? I don't know that we can be ready on the first month that we have funding.
Agreed. I also don't think so, but I don't want to wait until September to start taking applications.
And that's where I'm thinking about expectations, right? Some folks might be chomping at the bit, wanting to apply for it. Okay. When?
Right. Good with adding that as a discussion item on the February agenda? All right. Who else has comments for the good of the order? Hearing none. Our next meeting will be, we'll have the special meeting next week, the 14th at 4 p.m. Our next regular meeting will be Wednesday, February 4th at 3 p.m. And unless there is any further discussion, I will accept the motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Thank you, Lynn and Matt.
It just took a little while to get off of mute there.
I just figured everybody was just so happy to see each other that we wanted to continue.
Yeah, we just want to keep going.
Right?
All right.
Right.
All right, and we are adjourned at 3:28.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Wonderful. Happy New Year, everybody.
I
See
think
ya. Bye-bye.